You might have heard that a 20-year-old kid created $1 million internet company, or a teenager got funding for his startup. Have you ever wondered that retiring rich is old fashioned for this century? Yes, maybe. Retiring young is the new code of being rich. Our conventional method teaches us to become rich slowly because it is carefully designed to serve you and your earnings to government as taxes or any other ways. Get rich slow. Go to school, get good grades, graduate, get a job, save 10%, invest in stock market, slash your credit card. Someday when you're 60-year-old, you will be rich. If you want to retire young with health and hair, you are going to need to ignore the society's default get rich slow roadmap. There is another way where you don't need to think about wealth in wheelchair. Fast wealth is created exponentially, not linearly. No, we will not give a shit about stock market because it is highly unpredictable. In this episode of Mature Beings, we'll discuss about the fastest way to become rich and how can you fulfill your dreams. Before that, if you are new here, then welcome to the tribe. For a lifetime growth, improvement and transformation topics, become a part of our tribe by subscribing the red eye-catchy subscribe button below the video. If you are done subscribing, let's enter into the show. Getting a well-paid job is the most common way to get rich, but most of us cannot afford it and end up getting heavy student debt. Plus, to get placed in a well-paying job requires years of study and there is no guarantee that you will get that job. The stock market too is unpredictable and out of control. If you invested in a stock and got profits after 10 years, then 1/3 of the money will be of no value due to inflation and the other 1/3 will be gone for taxes and legal stuff. Finally, you will end up with remaining 1/3 of the money. But there is a way by which you can be rich and successful without a prestigious degree. Amazing business ideas don't require formal degrees. However, you may need some special skills. For example, to develop a lucrative internet service by yourself, you need the skills to write code. But you don't need a computer degree. Bear in mind, some of the rich and most successful people in the world never completed college, like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Michael Dell, etc. If you really want to level up and get rich, then you must have to understand one main thing. If you want to be rich, then you have to be worthy to get it. Nothing is free. You have to pay the price for what you ask. Because if you are not worthy enough, then without any doubt you will surely be broke again. To become rich, you need to change your habits and that habit will change your lifestyle, which will transform your whole behavior in a progressful life. So, here are 5 habits that are most common in all the rich people. 1. Eliminate bad luck from your vocabulary. Luck? Seriously? Do you know what does luck mean? Success or failure apparently bought by a chance rather than one's own actions. Even the definition clearly states that luck is nothing but an outcome of a chance, which is highly unpredictable. Those struggling financially in life have a way of creating bad luck for themselves. It's a byproduct of their habits. Poverty habits repeated over and over are like snowflakes on a mountainside. Conversely, successful people create their own unique type of good luck. Their positive habits lead to the opportunities such as promotions, bonus, new business and good health. 2. Set goals, not wishes. Wishes are nothing but fantasies, whereas goals are achievable milestones. You cannot control the outcome of a wish, but you can control the outcome of a goal. Every year, 70% of the wealthy pursues at least one major goal in their life. Only 3% of those achieve all of their goals. There is a whole list of ways to set goals and how to achieve them in the internet. But in short, I will say that when something strikes your mind, then note it down and spend some time to understand it. When you realize it's a fantasy, then leave it. And if you realize it's unachievable but it's a bit more hard, then slice it down and set deadlines so that it will make you accountable. 3. Get a mentor. Among the wealthy, 93% who had a mentor attributes their success to that person. Mentors regularly and actively participate in your growth by teaching you what to do and what not to do. Finding such a teacher is one of the best and least painful ways to become rich. If you know your goals, find someone who had already achieved them. You will be amazed by how many people want to lend a helping hand to you. I know you might say that I don't know anyone who is successful, or how would I get into contact with them? That's why books, podcasts, videos are here online for you. You can take advantage of these and step ahead with their advices. 4. Talk less, listen more. A 5 to 1 ratio is about right. You should listen to others 5 minutes for every 1 minute that you speak. Wealthy people are good communicators because they are good listeners. They understand that you can learn and educate yourself only by listening to what other people have to say you. The more you learn about your relationships, the more you can help them. 5. Avoid toxic people. We are only as successful as the people we spend most time with. Of wealthy successful people, 86% associate with other successful people. But 96% of those struggling financially stick with others struggling financially. If you want to end your financial struggles, you need to evaluate each of your relationships and determine if they are rich relationship or a poor relationship. A rich relationship is someone who can help you, whereas a poor relationship is someone who is holding you back. Start spending more and more time on your rich relationship and less on your poor relationship. Rich relationships can help you find a better job, new referrals, even new business ideas, or open doors of your new opportunities. Wealth stands for 3 things, none of which is money. Then how could we define wealth? When most of us hear wealth, we tend to think about money. But really, there's far more than to it. Wealth is a combination of things that makes us feel fulfilled. Actually, it has 3 main components, each of which is necessary for us to feel happy with our lives. The first factor is meaningful relationships, including family. The second is our health and physical fitness. And the third is freedom. While money can only help you so much in building better relationships with your loved ones or transform your body from unhealthy to top shape, money can buy you unlimited amount of freedom. The freedom to live wherever you want, eat whatever you want, travel where and when you want, and follow all your hobbies with passion, even if they are really expensive. Since you don't have to trade your time for money any longer, you can now spend it as you wish, and that's really what wealth is all about. Your income eventually can't depend on your time anymore. But how to go there? The path is undoubtedly the fastest one than the normal. But bear in mind, there is no shortcut. Becoming a millionaire is a result of process, not a one big hit. To make your income independent from your time, you have to unlink it from the hours you put into work. This doesn't have to happen in one go, where you become an overnight success, but it can be done in a gradual process. For example, J.K. Rowling put years of time before she even published her first Harry Potter book. But with each new book, she continued to receive royalties, increasing her income without having her to put more time, since the book was finished. The truth is, even the most miracles exist, where 15-year-old sells their app to Yahoo for millions of dollars also require years of work. And very often, these company owners have already become rich in the same process. DeMarco, the author of The Millionaire Fastlane, says, "The only way to build a business is to think like a producer. We are all conditioned to consume from an early age. Staying bound to the consumer mentality will limit you. When you view an ad from a consumer perspective, you focus on the product, the happiness it brings to you, and how can you get it. All this prevents you from seeing behind the ad. The only way to get rich quickly is to start your own business and see the world through producer's eyes. So, to begin your successful business, you need to have a strategy and the knowledge of a producer." If you want to be a millionaire, forget the saying, do what you love. It will only make you feel unsatisfied all the times, because your passion cannot be monetized in most of the cases. You have probably heard this multiple times. Find a way to cash in on what you love and the money will follow. But the truth is, customers don't care about your passion. All they want to know is what your business can do for them. As the German proverb goes, the worm must be tasty to the fish, not to the fisherman. People will purchase your product only if it meets their needs or adds value to their life. Most of us are motivated by our own interest, not by the desire to make others happy. Therefore, If you want a potential customer's money, you need to offer them something desirable in exchange. This means a product that solves a problem, meets a need, or enables them to feel better in some way. A business that's worth entering can't enter without effort. And if it is open to everyone and easy to do, it has a very low returns. Remember, to get into this game, you need to put your full effort. Make an effort and subscribe it now so that you will get more informative videos all the time. And share it with your friends and family. If you found valuable insights in this video, then raise your finger and smash that like icon. YouTube's algorithm will handle the rest of the process. We will meet you in another episode of Mature Beings. Until then, work hard.